And we're back with some more surviving Mars and our total lack of human colonists making this colony run. Is it really a colony if it's just robots? Or is that machine racist? You know what? This doesn't make a difference. What we're doing is just we're doing prep work for our colonists to arrive. So this is going to be a very heavily edited, very fast forward montage while we take care of all of these. I'm just going to plow through all of these and get the scanning done. It's a little bit just monotonous moving stuff around, getting the scanning done, and then occasionally repairing these. I have been advised there is a technology that allows you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there is a technology that allows you to repair the sensor towers, and the sensor towers don't need maintenance or power, and you can just plop them everywhere. But it's a low-level tech, and we haven't gotten it yet because we're running chaos tech. So we just get random stuff thrown about the place, which can help and hinder you in equal measure. Now, one thing that's very interesting is this one here, Martian copyrights. This one gives us 2 billion, and it cost, well, 3,000 research initially, but you can do it multiple times, and every time it goes up by about 300 research, it seems. So what we could do, and I am going to do, is we can put Martian copyrights at the top of the list. It's going to cost us 3,300 research and give us 2 billion, right? And then we just hit outsource. This outsources our science needs to Earth, and they do a bunch of science for us. In fact, we can pay them $1 billion. They will do 1,000 research a day for 5 days, resulting in us getting 5,000 research. Now, I will put it to you that 5,000 research for 1 billion is a really good deal when for 3,300 research we get 2 billion, which means every time we run this, we're going to come out with a billion profit and a little bit of extra science. Well, at least at first. The next one's going to cost us 3,600, then 3,900, then etc. So we can do this about 6 times or so, and each time we're going to gain $1 billion out of it. So, yeah, let's just do that. I'll do this, do Martian copyrights, then switch to a tech, then do Martian copyrights, and switch to another tech, and try and get about 3,000 or 4,000 in the middle. Like the 500 research we get on top of that is not wasted. This is just free money. There's no cost to this except a little bit of time. And yes. All right, let me skip this forward a bit. That should give us the money and resources we need. Well, the money to buy the resources we need to just sustain our colony for a long time into the future. Until we unlock some, well, better technologies. So, about 25 days later, interesting tech has shown up. Yeah, the tech... Actually, I should probably show you the map. We have scanned a lot of the map so far. This has been pretty handy, actually. And, we found that technology. Or is it this one? Autonomous sensors? Costs 5,000 research. We might actually still pay the cost for that. You know what? Not going to worry about it. We still haven't even finished all the Martian copyright stuff. But a new technology has shown up under breakthroughs. It is metal extractors, and rare metal extractors can work without crews at 50% performance, or at 50 performance. I presume it's 50%. That means we don't need colonists to run our metal extractors, including the rare metal extractors. Which means we should just be able to stick a mine on top of this, feed it power, it will spit out rare metals, and then we can ship those rare metals back to Earth, 30 at a time, and they will pay us. They will pay us 24 million for every rocket. So like about a little bit under 750 million, but about 750 million for every rocket we send back full of those. And there is 454 metal in there. Okay, this takes care of money problems pretty much indefinitely. That's... Right, I'm going to get on that one. Research complete. Let's put down our first rare metal extractor. We'll just chuck that down there. We are going to need to get drones in range, so for now what I think we'll do is we will just put our RC Explorer right here. And then assuming this works and there's no hiccups, what we'll do is we'll put down a drone hub. Currently, we can't build our own drone hubs. We still have to import them. Research-wise, we've got like only a few things left to discover, but I think some of them are legit very, very useful that we should get our hands on. For example, decommissioning protocol costs 15,000 research. As far as I can tell, this is something that's supposed to be very low down. This is just to demolish buildings, like so you can get rid of old buildings and replace them with something else. Right now, we can demolish buildings, like these 3 solar panels are demolished, but they just sort of stay there as ruins. You can rebuild them, but that's about it. Anyway, let's build this up and see if this sorts us out when it comes to, well, money. Okay, I think the last thing left to do is hook up the power. That should be fairly straightforward. Done. Now, are you actually going to work? Warning, inactive work shift. No. You can be on all the time. You don't require people. And there we go. We've now got rare metals and stored waste rock. Okay. In that case, I think we need to make some changes. We need some sort of intermediate storage facilities, and we need to put down our second drone hub. We can always buy another drone hub now that we've got money coming in. Well, this is not great. It's only extracting 4.2 rare metal per sol. I don't like that. We need more. More power. More metal. We just start extracting from further away and figure out how to transport it back. Oh! Let's just say autonomous sensors is complete. Yes, indeed. Sensor towers no longer require power or maintenance. Excellent. They're effectively free. Factory amplification. Refineries and factory upgrade. Increases production by 25%, but also increases power consumption. Don't think that helps our mines, though there is one thing that does help our mines. Magnetic extractor breakthrough. That gives us a 50% bonus to the mines, so, yeah, we'll finish off the Martian copyrights, then we'll do the magnetic extractor, and outsourcing is about to wear off. Once that drops to 500, we'll be able to do outsourcing again, and we'll just grab another, 5,000 research over the next 5 sols. The next thing we're knocking out is Stirling generators. From what I can tell, these are basically infinite power for, well, not infinite, but they give you 10 power, and they have no maintenance cost. So, for example, here it is. This is one of the ones we started with. It has never been maintained. Basically, so long as you leave it closed, it never costs any maintenance. You can open it up to double its power production. Currently it's at 10 power production. If you open it up like this, it doubles it to 20. However, now it can get dirty, at which point you will have to clean it. So long as you're willing to pay the price of making them, which is, let's see, 8 polymers and 4 green circuits. I think that's a really good deal for 10 power that is completely unaffected by everything. Like, nothing bothers this at all. So, you know what? Give me 2. Can we just chuck these together and we don't need to put a power cable on them? Do they actually feed power into each other? I suppose we'll find out in a second. But, yeah, we'll start with 2 of those. That's another 20 power onto the grid. Like, each one of those is worth 2 active solar panels, but it works all night long. And doesn't have any maintenance cost. That feels wrong. You, go analyze that anomaly, and what was this next one? So this is one of those choices you get given. We can concentrate our efforts at gathering as many samples as possible and gain 1,000 research points, or we can reduce the cost of engineering techs by 10%. I think I want to reduce the cost of engineering techs by 10%. We have a lot of engineering techs left to go. And this, in fact, we've unlocked all of them already, but, yeah, this is knocking off a bunch of cost. That's excellent. We also need a bunch of these, like waste rock liquefaction. It takes waste rock and turns it into concrete, which is a good way to get rid of all of those waste piles we've got lying around the place. If we head back, say, over here, you'll see we've got a few piles of waste rock we just haven't gotten around to dealing with. Oh, and when it comes to this thing produces its, whatever you call it, special metals. We have a storage thing set up over here, and that is in range of this drone hub. So the drone hub takes it from here, but instead of dropping it off there, it just directly drops it off to the rocket because it's linked with this one. However, it's not perfect, it seems. If we did not have this intermediate one there, they don't seem to be able to make the journey. There needs to be some sort of intermediate thing. That's why we have a machines parts depot here, because if we don't have that there, this one here can't get the machine parts necessary to repair this or keep it maintained. It's actually going to need maintenance shortly. At the same time, there's also a dumping site for waste because this thing produces waste rock. And again, it's in range of this drone hub so that all of it can get shunted over there. To make sure it's all left out of here, though, what you can do is you can set desired amounts on things. And you can even set, I think, priorities on a few of them. But what I've done here is I've set these to the desired amount is 285. I've maxed out the desired amount on all of these large dumping sites. I've set a desired amount of 10 on this one. That means machine parts get left there, 10 of them, instead of all getting lumped over here somewhere. That just means there's some machine parts in range for this to get maintained and kept going, while it churns out all of that tasty, tasty rare metals that we now have almost a full rocket to go. What I'm trying to do now is get us to the point where we can start exploiting all of the resource deposits on the map. Like there's another rich deposit there, another one there, like more over here. We want to extract them all, like every single last one of them, and turn them into cold hard cash. So for that, we need some way of transporting them back here. But that is going to require power to run the mines and the transport system, which I'm currently working on. Well, this rocket is fully loaded up with resources, so let's send it back home. We got 4.3 billion. Go back and bring us back more resources. That should put us up to about 5 billion by the time it arrives. Okay, it worked. We got 720 million for exporting a full rocket's worth back. That's nice. Now we're just going to bring back some stuff so that we can expand this out and do this even faster. I've been doing a mild bit of sort of terraforming of the area, but that's not what's important. What's important now is we're about to land this rocket. It's got 3 drone hubs, some electronics, some gears, polymers, basically a little bit of all the high-tech stuff we can't get on planet. 3 drone hubs and 13 drones, and we're just going to land it here. The reason we want this is we want to start tapping into the further away resources. So there's a couple of patches of rare metals over here, a couple of patches over here. We want to try and start extracting those and moving them to this location. And there's 2 methods we could do, and I'm going to try both of them. One is using shuttle hubs, and the other is using this RC transport. Let's see which one works. This is my second attempt at setting up a mining post, and hopefully I won't do it too badly. This is the plan. We're going to put down this drone hub right here in between these 2 rare metal deposits. That way the drone hub can reach both of them. These things are prefabs at the moment, so well, a drone just basically goes, hey, magic, there you go. The reason they're prefabs is we bought them at Rockets. Inside here you can just buy a drone hub and import it, and then you can basically put it up anywhere. It's not actually stored anywhere, so that you can magically access it. It's a bit weird, but does mean we don't have to transport anything, so that saves us a lot of effort. However, the mines themselves, slightly trickier. Rare metal extractors require 12 iron apiece and 3.2 gears. We're going to put down 2 of them, and I should have held shift to place the second one, and put that one over there. Now, the iron, we might actually have some around the place. Ooh, actually, no, I think we're out of range of any... well, the iron deposit's up there. So what you can do is, let's put in a couple of depots. So, now we have a machines part depot with a desired amount of 5, a metals depot with a desired amount of 5. Now, what should happen is this guy over here. Yeah, these guys. They're going to go grab the necessary resources and dump them off there. See, none of these have any demands. These are all desired amount of 0, so they're just going to rip this stuff out of here and move it over to this section. We could bring in 20 at a time or something like that, but the thing is, we're not going to want metal here when we're finished, so I'd prefer to just not bring in more than we need. It will slow down the production a bit at first, but that's what the magic of editing is for. Construction completed. Okay, then what we can do is we can just set this to 0. We'll probably destroy that in a minute. Then we're going to put in a depot for rare metals. We're going to place that right there. We're going to set its desired amount to 0. Well, set by that by default. Then we're going to put in one last depot, which is a large dumping site. In fact, yeah, we may be removing stuff from these later. But what should happen now is any waste metals or waste resources from those will get dumped in the dumping site. Any refined metals will get dumped on the refined metals tab, and then they will get exported. 1 second only. Oh, excellent. We've discovered an extra metal deposit. Well, that's nice to know. And that is one of them hooked up to power, and the second will be hooked up in a minute once they remove some of the rocks that are around it. Done. Now, that will produce 6.3 per sol. This one will produce 7.4. And combined with these 2 over here, we've got this one producing 6.3, and this one producing 3.2. Same setup. Basically, all of the rare metals get set here, and then those rare metals get picked up by carrier pigeon from this yoki and flown back to here. And are you loaded? Yep. In that case, you should go home. You have 0 drones, so yeah. Now, the thing is, do we have to, like, pay to bring the rockets back? That would eat into our profits quite substantially. I think you can just call them, right? And say, come back with nothing on board. Yeah, fair enough. Cost nothing. Now, there was one minor thing I missed in this. We'll go to it right now, and that is green circuits. Basically, we needed green circuits to maintain the drone hubs, because the drone hubs need maintenance along with the mines. The mines need maintenance from gears. So we needed green circuits, gears, and we also needed a place for the rare metals to go and a large dumping site. So we actually needed 4 parts. But yes, that means that all of this is completely automated now. We don't have, well, not completely automated. We still have to have the support parts flown in. The machine parts, the rare metals, and the electronics all need to be flown in or out, depending. Downsides. We can't export it fast enough. We've got 180 rare metals there. In fact, in total on the map, we've got 283 rare metals just lying about the place because the 3 rockets can't keep up. It does not help that one of them right now is on a special project. We sent it off to do... we wanted to install another comm satellite. The first comm satellite gave us an extra 400 research per sol, forever. This one will give us an extra 300 research per sol forever. It's just diminishing returns from putting up communication satellites, it seems. That's okay. That'll take us from 15 to 1800 research per sol, which will mean we'll hopefully get this orbital engineering out of the way just a little bit faster. But yes, the rocket's just not fast enough. Because the rocket's not fast enough able to export it, the next research we're doing is orbital engineering, which gives us a space elevator for exporting rare metals to Earth and offers resupply materials and prefabs at preferential prices. Basically, I just want to be able to export our stuff faster, so we're just going to buy this in. How are we on the concrete? Yeah, we got plenty of concrete. And we also got our hands on waste rock processing. What this does is take this waste rock and it turns it into concrete. Produces 1 concrete from 10 waste rock, and it does 3 per day. So this should hopefully allow us to get rid of all that waste rock junk. And every time a rocket lands back home, all we do is we pop in here and we tell that rocket to return. Occasionally we get to bring back resources, which is why we have plenty of machine parts and electronics and, well, everything. We're going to need to boost some of those so that we can build this upcoming project, the orbital engineering one. I should probably make note of that. It's going to require 120 polymers and 120 gears. Oh, yeah, we can manage that, no problems. I forgot to get back to the whole terraforming bit. Turns out you can use this flatten tool and just go, make that flat like that. And then your bots will go out to the maximum of their range and try and flatten it out. So you can see here this radius. Can't see the rest of it because it's sort of submerged underneath this, well, mountain. But the bots are now all going to come over and basically just start chewing into this. It'll take them a little bit of time. And done. They've managed to flatten out that whole area and basically chopped out a mountain. That's some incredible terraforming. I mean, we could do that on Earth. Like, why would we need to go to Mars at that point? You've got some incredible power, all in the shape of robots. Okay. Where were we? Oh, yes. Making ridiculous amounts of money. High-speed comm satellite is finished. Excellent. That means research should now be at 1800. Nice. Oh, this is what the cargo loading process looks like. It's incredibly fast. We have a decent amount of bots here, and you can see the fuel going up, gathering exports also going up, and then once it's full, we just launch it. I haven't actually automated these yet, and I figure it's not worth it because we're soon going to have that space elevator that should take care of the rest of the problems. Oh, you're ready to land as well. Get in there, and you are ready to land. Wait, are you done yet? Come on, grab the last 2 resources. I like to keep them closer to the loading areas. I have also been advised that fuel explodes. So don't keep your fuel near good stuff, because that is bad. The way fuel can explode is it gets struck by lightning or meteors. And if it explodes, it will take out everything in a 1-tile radius. I don't know how true this is, but I'm not risking it, which means anything adjacent to your fuel supplies can get destroyed. I don't care if that's the landing pad. So I don't think it can destroy the landing... Actually, I hope it can't destroy the landing pad. If it destroys the rocket, that would actually be inconvenient. You know what? Not going to worry about it. I completely forgot to mention as well, we scanned the whole map. There's nothing left. Every single thing has been scanned. Still haven't completed a whole bunch of objectives, though. We should really get around to those. Like, here's our colony milestones. We haven't actually produced food, have any Martians born, first humans, constructed dome. Yeah. Also, Positronic Brain allows the construction of biorobots in the dome assemblers. Biorobots eat and can gain traits, but can't reproduce and never die from old age. So immortal robots that act like humans. And they can gain traits. They seem to be just as good as humans, except immortal. And they don't die from old age. And also, they don't, poop out babies, so we can just have loads of them. This sounds perfect. Well, it looks like orbital engineering is done. I just have to bring back the necessary resources. Damn it, I forgot to buy them in time. Okay, I'll buy them real quick. And over here, we're just, we're making the area flat enough for us to build anything we want. This whole terraforming thing just makes life so much simpler. We'll just do something like that, and those little 4 bots can do some massive terraforming project. Looks like the wonders are stored under, well, the star symbol. Time to get ourselves a space elevator going on. 40 power? Okay, a little expensive, but kind of to be expected. We will put you right there. Actually, move you over a bit. Done. We're flattening out this area. It doesn't really matter, I think, where we put half this stuff. And we have a bunch of other stuff we're going to be putting down, so I'm just, prepping the area by flattening everything out to make it nice and neat. The construction of this thing is a little bit hilarious. There's basically a temporary platform that's installed in the middle, and they just pile all the resources on top of it. That's it. That's all they do. So, this big random pile of resources right there in the middle of the space elevator. Right. I should have put down a recharge station nearby. It's taking them forever to ferry this stuff back and forth. But hey, it happens. Research-wise, we've actually managed to research RC transport upgrades that give them an automatic feature. And now they go off and pull resources off the map and bring them back to our base. That's good, because I just stopped collecting resource off the map ages ago because it was taking too long. And for our next project, we have Project Mohole. It's a mohole mine. Extracts metals, rare metals, and waste rock without the need of a deposit while heating the surrounding area. Basically, it's an infinity mine. You put it down, and it mines you a bunch of metal, rare metal, and waste rock, and it just produces it indefinitely forever. It's not a huge amount, but it's definitely more than a regular mine. Like, it's about, say, twice a regular mine, maybe 3 times. I'm not so sure. But once that's down, we basically have an infinite source of resources to export via our space elevator. And then I'm thinking we should probably import some colonists or something. Just give me a few minutes to finish this stuff out, get it researched, get more resources in. You know, we've got to figure out how the space elevator works first. Okay, construction in progress. Does it have that satisfactory bling to it when it pops up? Or is it going to be kind of... What? I'm not seeing like a giant cable or anything going into space, guys. What's going on here?
Research complete.
And done.
Achieved.
Okay. Oh, that gives us 5,000 research. Nice. I think we knocked out something. You know what? Never mind. We're also getting localized terraforming going on. We just researched Project Mohole. Okay, so the research from building this has given us the Mohole miner thing that should hopefully pretty much solve all our resources problems indefinitely. Yeah. While heating the surrounding area is actually kind of nice. Also, anyone... Control to show multiple effects ranges. Oh, okay, didn't know that. Is that blue symbol what it heats, or what it shows dust over? No, I think that's assuming... Yeah, it says while heating the surrounding area. It doesn't say anything about dusting it up. So anything inside that area will be kept warm. That's interesting. I suppose we could put liquid tanks or something in there? Right, but I'm not going to build this just yet. First I have to figure out how this works. Okay, so it looks like it takes 100 metal, and then that's it. Yeah, it grabs the rare resources, puts them on the space elevator, and done. Let's see what happens when the export things. Does it just, like, fire a package up or something? I assume there's just, like, a shoom when this little circular thing in the middle shoots off into space. Can't carry people, but it can carry cargo. 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. And? Do you do it? Figured it was probably under rocketry, and we've now got a space elevator in here, so if we just hit launch, does it launch it all back? Oh, yeah, there we go. Now it's going to immediately start loading it up again. And we got 2.4 million for that. Sorry, 2.4 billion. Well, that makes things a lot faster. Which means we should probably spend the money to buy some more resources to tap into the other patches of rare metals. Actually, no. We need to get the mohole miner up. This here is the mohole mine. Upgrade. Expand mohole mine? Whoa. There's upgrades for this? Okay, cool. But let's see. Production. Daily production predicted 50 metal, 20 rare metals, and... Wait, it's producing waste rock, but I can't tell how much waste rock it produces. But still, don't care. That's like 50 regular metal, 20 rare metal, which we can export. That's nuts. Now, what I need to do is wait until this is produced about 50 metal, and I'll know how much waste rock it's producing. In the end, I just kept building waste rocket processors until we stopped having problems with waste rock. Much easier. The bigger problem is the metal. The metal just keeps accumulating. We now have 2,200 metal just lying around the place. I should maybe get into the more advanced storage. You know what? No, not going to worry about that. What I have realized is that the terraforming ability is a little bit... It doesn't work how you think it would work. For example, let's just take this thing here. This is the full range of that area. In fact, down here you can see the extended range. So this area here is completely inaccessible to our bots. However, it is not inaccessible to terraforming. So what we can do is just say we'll line you up about... there's good. And then we'll just run you along like this. No. Oh, it says too large. 1 second. Damn it. So how about that? That looks just about... That's too large. Too large. There. Excellent. Now what should happen is the bots will come up to here and they'll just start nibbling at this edge. And even though this is all flat up to here, they'll somehow manage to terraform this area over here, despite never leaving this area. They sort of run up, grab the stuff, and where are you going? No, no, there's a large dumping site right there. What are you doing? Oh, they're taking it over to the machines, the buildings that actually need it. Okay, never mind. Okay, I get it. We are finally about to knock out the decommissioning protocol. This will allow us to delete stuff. What I want to do is make a big dome in the middle of here. The problem is, well, there was this in the way, all of these resources, and I figure we're not going to want to be able to demolish them. I think I'm just going to get rid of this now. There's no point keeping it around. Oh, great, another dust storm. Whatever, worry about it later. Just for funsies, we're going to throw in this thing. It's a giant telescope. It seems to help with science, and, well, we do like our science, so why not? Might want to extend down these power cables. You know what? It's fine. The power will get there one way or another. So I believe this is our third wonder that we're constructing. Yeah, we got 3 of them.
Discovered.
And done. What do you do? Peering beyond the veil of the unknown, this radio telescope gives access to new breakthrough technologies and reduces overall research costs. Okay, so is everything now cheaper? Well, that looks the same price. They all look like 30,000. You know what? Not going to worry about it. We've got 3 new breakthrough techs. Colonists in Dome with Aspire have increased morale. Oh, okay, just happier people. Core water and covers extremely rich underground water deposits. Okay. Good vibrations. Domes restore sanity to their inhabitants every sol. I mean, cool. I'm just not sure how insane they are to begin with. Well, I'm just waiting for the service breakthrough to go through. Service breakthrough means you don't have to put people in non-service buildings, or in non-medical service buildings. So I believe that's bars, groceries, that type of stuff, which basically means, well, I kind of like the idea of that, because otherwise we're shipping people to Mars to work in a grocery store. Somehow that feels wrong. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And is that... Are you rotating? Oh, cool. You're supposed to help with reducing overall research costs. Oh, wait, it's in here. It gives a 20% bonus to all of your research income. Okay, no, that's good. That is very good, actually. A 20% bonus? Hell yeah, I'll take it. Well, we could spend the next ages just grinding through all this research using this, but I figured we'd just make a research colony. Why not? The first dome we're going to make is a wonder, because, well, we might as well start the way we... It just seems pointless not to. We'll put this dome right here. Reason I'm placing this right here is it puts it in range of a research boost. That's a 35% boost to research. And it's got a vista. Improves the comfort of all residents within radius of the dome. We don't really care about resources. We're just going to ship them in for wherever we want them. And there is a close-by deep water resource deposit that we can gain access to. We're currently researching the technology. The shuttles are going to have to bring over the resources, but that's shouldn't be too tricky. You require, what, 3 resources? Concrete, iron, and polymer. Then we'll just put down the necessary steps. With all 3 of these down, we just set them to a desired amount. We'll just say, make it 20. We don't really need that much here, to be honest. But that means the planes will fly it in. And then once the planes fly it in, we dump it into that section. And easy peasy. It'll take a bit of time, but that'll get built up. I think our colonists are going to be very happy with the size of their starting dome. Alright, and why is there those little mountains there? Those mountains actually...
Milestone achieved.
Okay. We got 2 achievements. Bubble Wrap, build a dome, and Snow Globe, build a Wonder Dome. Now we just got to get life support and water hooked up to it. Turns out you can hook up multiple waters to one supply. This is a deep water for 100,000, but it turns out you can have overlapping pumps. Did not know that, but good to know. That means we're really going to use this. We're just going to send over one of these mobile drone things, and we're going to have drop down the depots right beside it, and then we're just going to build whatever we want. Then we can pipe it wherever we like, because we have the breakthrough technology, superior piping, which we got from our dearly departed professor, I want to say. Instant free piping, so we can pipe this stuff anywhere, and we can send the power over there because of, well, the same guy give us instant free power wires. I think I might be doing this wrong. I've just hooked up water and oxygen, and I don't think it actually requires oxygen. However, we are going to require food for this colony, so maybe time to put in a depot over here that holds food. Not sure it's necessary, but we'll give it a go. So right here is our little food depot beside the location. I don't know if we have to move it inside or... You know what? Doesn't matter. What we have to do is start filling this place out with stuff that our people can use. Now, we're going to be importing 22 people all at once. We could actually up that a little bit more if we were willing to do more research, but this thing is like 18,000 research, and I'm not willing to wait that long. That's like 10 days or something, and we can carry 10 more colonists. I think we can start breeding them so quickly it won't make a difference anyway. These people are going to breed like rabbits if we do this right. We need 22 people. This gives 14 space, so actually let's put it over here. Yeah, right, so that's 14. In fact, we could give them apartments, but they're not as comfortable. They're more cramped, it seems. You know what? We'll put in some apartments as well. We might as well try a little bit of everything to see if it works. That takes 12 power. Ooh, actually, power-wise, this is what we have been doing for power. Just lots and lots of Stirling generators. They are incredibly energy dense. You can put them into a very small area, and they just provide gobsmackingly large amounts of power. And then when you want more, you just go, yeah, just give us a whole bunch more of those. And if we do actually need more resources to make them work, that's not a problem either. You see, this space elevator is, well, completely busted. Basically, it halves the prices of everything. For example, if we go and get a cargo rocket and we would say, hey, we would like one electronics, one machine parts, and one polymer. It's 70, 90, 100. Right? Space elevator, we do the same thing. It's 35, 45, 50, or a half. It literally halves the costs of importing things, which is kind of nuts. So let's just grab a full rocket. And there you go. That cost us, who knows or who cares. Basically, we still have 36 billion left, and we just hit the launch button, and then that will be delivered very quickly and then get added to our supplies. These things only cost polymer and, I want to say electronics. Yeah, polymers and electronics. And we can just buy in loads of them. Just ridiculous amounts. But anyway, are you almost done? Okay, the bots are building that up. We're going to try this with the two different types, but we're going to be really expanding our population rapidly. Let me put in some support services. This is a little service area we've set up. What we've got here is one infirmary for medical stuff, one diner. That's for distributing food, but it also seems to cover a bunch of services. Dining, social, and food. This one just covers food and shopping, which shopping, it seems, is a thing people eat as well. This one covers medical checks. This one covers luxury, gaming, gambling, and social. I thought this was supposed to cover fitness as well, or exercise. Wait, no, I'm thinking of the Logi amusement park. Relaxation, exercise, playing, and social. What do we got over here? And over here we've got a space bar. So in that case, we're still missing one thing, and that would be the Logi amusement park. Yeah, we'll just chuck that over. Actually, we'll put you right there. Perfect. Once that's finished, we can start bringing people in. Now, you'll notice something here. These things have these little personnel symbols over them. Basically because there's no colonists in them. It requires workers. But we're not going to use workers. We're just going to upgrade to service bots. Now, it costs some electronics, but we don't care. Yeah, so the grocers, you can't do that with the infirmary, unfortunately, but you can do it with the casino complex as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure everything here can be upgraded that way, except for, medical. The infirmary is the only one. So you can also be upgraded. I want to import some more electronics to keep up with this. Oh, we should probably get some stuff for them to do, like jobs and things. And we're going like full research. There we have 3 laboratories, and they've got, actually got the little logo on top of it and everything. All right, well, we've got 3 laboratories crammed in there. Time to start calling in colonists. I mean, it's only 181 days into the game. Fine, we'll call in our first colonist. We've been forced. We have access to 22, and, well, I might as well do this the fun way. Give us a second. Our 22 hand-picked, selected scientists are ready to go. Well, it's mostly scientists. We've got someone with empath. It turns out empathy does show up. This gives a mood boost for everyone in the dome. We've got a few people with no specializations, but they're either sexy, they're either alcoholics, religious, or hippies. I figure, okay, now it doesn't actually say that being a party animal increases your chances of having more kids, but from experience, I think it should. Also, being sexy increases the chances definitely, according to this. We've got a botanist or so because, well, they're sexy and we're going to need someone to work with plants eventually. We've got a couple of medics. They're either alcoholics or religious or both. More alcoholics, party animal survivor, a fit party animal. Like, fit as well has been included because, someone who's fit is more likely to have kids, I figure, probably. We've got party animals, alcoholics, alcoholics and lazy, fit alcoholics, fit lazy, a fit, whiny nerd, a party animal. Yeah, hippies, religious. There's a glutton in there, but we got them because they're religious. I figure religious people are also more likely to have kids for some reason. It's an Irish thing. So it's 22 12 scientists, 2 medics, 1 tourist. The reason we're bringing the tourist along is they actually have the sexy trait. Turns out the sexy trait was pretty hard to get your hands on. So fine, they'll only stay for 5 days. But hopefully, they'll leave a kid behind for us. I mean, why not? It's worth a try. Yeah, we'll launch all of those. And I think, actually, when they're on the way over, we might want to make an insane asylum. Or some way to stop them, some way to convert people from being crazy and having bad traits, like, I don't know, the idiot one, and convert that trait into a good one. So I think we might put a second dome here that's just for reforming people. Ooh, and actually dealing with kids. I think a nice medium dome there, and they get the bonus of being near the vista, which is nice for them. Also, we should be able to put a tube from there to... You know what? Ooh, will that work? You know what? I might actually scooch this about a bit. You know what? It's fine. It'll probably work. It's just a case of, because the dome isn't placed yet, we can't put the tunnel across. Worst case scenario, they can walk over, or we'll force them in. We also want to make sure they don't move into this one at first, so I'll probably make sure that the only people who go over here are the people we want to get rid of the negative traits from. We're going to put like a...
Wave approaching.
I forgot a bunch of stuff, didn't I? We also need to put it in a spire. Network node increases the overall research output of the dome. Yeah, I think that would look nice right about there. This is going to be our research dome. We could have made a bigger dome than this, but this is a wonder, so I feel like it's just appropriate to start that way for no reason. Okay, dome up and running. Now, we need to make this a place for crazy people get rehabilitated. Oh, and for children as well. Main thing you're going to want in here, sanatorium, as far as I can tell. This basically takes a negative trait and turns it into a good trait. I don't know how we staff it or anything like that, but we'll figure those things out. Oh, this is a bit messy. I'm not sure, like, we're going to be processing kids through here, but also anyone who's got bad traits. So any imports we get will have to go through here at some point. So I've put in a whole bunch of things like a casino complex, Logie amusement park, a diner, a grocer. I mean, things the kids are probably not going to be using, so to speak. Well, hopefully we have rules on them gambling. We've also got a playground, and we've got a school, and we've got a Martian university for the kiddies. Let's see, how are you doing? You should be completed shortly once the colonists arrive. Are they almost here yet? Oops, 67% of the way there. 22 passengers with 22 food. I think the food gets carried by the bots and put in the grocery areas. Yeah, you can see the little stacks beside it. So you can see right there, there's little stacks of food. I presume they're built into the buildings themselves. And you can see little planes flying back and forth. Those transport planes are absolute lifesavers for logistic reasons. Just for transporting stuff about the place, it simplifies things incredibly. And, okay, in the high tower, build a dome spire. Cool. One done. We'll have a second one up and running shortly. And I wonder if we just left those passengers in space forever, would they just stay there? And, yep, we definitely can't bring down any more. So we got to make sure these colonists don't die. So please don't do anything stupid. Come on down. Oh, I think there's ways to determine where stuff goes. Passages are used for work. Oh, okay, they can be used passages for services, accepts colonists. No, this is quarantined for now. No colonists will be accepted. I think you can put rules on these somehow. Yeah, I'll figure it out in a minute. For now, we just want to get them all into the main dome. Once they're in the main dome, we can start filtering.
Milestone achieved.
Oh. And there they are, bouncing up and... Oh, low gravity world. Yes, so they're going to run a bit funny. Also, they're probably going to develop some skeletal problems. Hey, off you go. Welcome. Now, who's going to run the medic center? Please tell me it's the medics. Well, it's a double shift infirmary, and we only have 2 medics. So there's 2 medics that are going in here, and then we've got someone with no specialization, and someone who's actually a botanist. Well, we don't have any farms right now. We'll get you a farm at some point. The only reason we brought the botanist was because they were sexy. That was literally it. We don't even have any farms. As for the science labs, yeah, it's crammed full of people. There's probably an idiot in there somewhere who's going to break one of those things, but that's okay. That's okay, we can fix them. We've got this sanatorium over here, and hopefully we can fix their idiot... Actually, can you fix stupidity? Please tell me the sanatorium can fix stupidity, because if not, we might just make them their own dome that'll be a little bit short on oxygen. Well, little colonists seem to be running around doing their thing. Do we get a notification if there's any births or anything like that? Logie amusement park and 1 diner is not working. Oh yeah, we're upgrading them with bots right now. So all of these over here are getting upgraded to be run on service bots, so... they don't require people to run, which is kind of a broken tech, but I'm quite happy with that. Casino complex as well. You know what? Don't care. All that stuff will get sorted out. Founder stage remaining, 8 days, 20 hours. Transport drone problem, heavy drone load. Oh, yeah, they're trying to build all of these over here simultaneously. Research-wise,
Milestone achieved.
we're actually getting 832 research per building, but it's only active for 2/3 of the day. Drone printing is still going to take a little bit longer, and outsourcing is still our main source of research. Well, sponsors, outsourcing, actually, it's pretty good. 3,000 means we'll be done pretty quick on the drone printing. Then we can start making people. What's with that? The door towards the stars?
Time,
Yes!
a human has been born on Mars.
It's a truly unique
It's
miracle.
truly a
Effect. The colony has been evaluated positively. You can't call any more colonists from Earth due to the last Ark game rule. Okay, now it caught on. Well, that's good. Oh, yeah, we're going to need to move some people over here. The reason we need to move people over here is, well, we want the baby to grow up and have a playground and stuff. This playground, it seems, can give them traits. Or not the playground, the school. Desired traits. You can pick between 5 desired traits. So we have went with enthusiastic, which increases performance when at a high morale. So as long as you keep them at high morale, they'll have a performance increase. Religious. Higher individual base morale. So higher morale, low sanity never leads to suicide. Didn't even know that was an option. Lose less health without food, water, oxygen, or when living in an unpowered dome. Just means if anything goes horrifically wrong, there's more chances for them to survive. All sanity losses are halved. I hope they don't get sanity losses. And gains a temporary morale boost every time a new technology is researched. That's temporary, and once we've researched all the techs, that becomes useless. So I figure the other 3 were just better. Then you get your Martian University over here that can train people up. And we're just going with scientists. All scientists. Because everything else we don't care about. Might want to get some non-scientists and stuff like that, but the original human ones, I want most of them to all be scientists. I've done a little bit of filtering
Elevator.
to get the sanatorium up and running. What it does is it basically replaces a flaw with a perk. So we just set it to auto remove. For some reason, a bunch of people have migrated over here and they're working just fine. We've got a scientist, a medic, a scientist, and another scientist. Does someone want to come over here? How do I force them to go in there and get cured? Next cure in. So they're working away at it already. We already have someone in the school, and we have a bunch of people working in the Martian University for some reason. What? 15 of 24 people have moved there? Oh. Basically, no one's left over here because all the people have moved over here because they all have negative traits that need to be cured. Well then, that might take a while for you to be cured, but that's okay. We're going to put on 2 shifts, and you can all just work there and get about curing yourselves. Okay, so this is one of those stressors. Basically, the dome power demand has been increased by 200%. Blah, blah, blah. We have trained for such situations, we will persevere. Yeah, if the power supply fails, the colonists may freeze to death. Yeah, we'll be fine. You know how much power... Ooh, actually, we might need some more power. How's our batteries looking? Okay, discharging. In that case, how about we just build... how do we need? 25 Stirling generators? Should be grand. Actually, 24 will do. 24 Stirling generators. Get those built. Close enough. Batteries should tide us over in the interim, and we shouldn't have to worry about any problems with the domes freezing. Yeah. All good. Well, our tourists decided they want to go home, so, goodbye, I suppose? Why not? I have no way of telling. Oh, tourist. We got 22 million in funding and 2 applicants that we can never see. Oh well. Bye-bye. Yeah, the tourism thing is not really a mechanic we can utilize the way we're playing with this Ark build. Right now, all I want to do is get rid of the negative traits attached to our colonists. Unfortunately, there's a bunch we can't. We can get coward, melancholic, chronic condition, lazy, glutton, gambler, and alcoholic. We can get rid of all of those. However, we can't get rid of idiot. Seems there's no cure for stupid, so we're stuck with the idiot. We may have to make them their own private dome. Wait, what the hell? Hint, the founder, Ankinvat, has the whiner trait. View? Or oh boy. Right, why do they have the whiner trait now? What happened? Morale is fine. Comfort, You couldn't do relaxation or shopping? How? Shopping is entirely available. There's a grocer right there. That covers... There's something I'm missing here. It can be cured. Actually, no, you can't get rid of whiners. Oh my god. Turns out the the founders may have to go. I may have to replace them with better models. Okay, according to this, lifetime cured is 3, which means 3 people have had their problems solved. Huh. Okay. Or does that mean one person had 3 of their issues removed? Oh, 4. Lifetime cured 4. Okay, so it's working. We've also got some graduates going on when it comes to the school and the playground. Yeah, there's actually a kid in it right now. Hey, I need to start pushing them back into this dome. Once we've removed their negatives, we're gonna get all the people with negative traits and force them in here, and anyone who doesn't have any negative traits should go elsewhere. Will be the theory. Good news, everyone! The drone assembler has been completed. That's this technology down here. Drone assembler combined with the positronic brain should allow us to build people. So you up there, and let's start getting around to building people if at all possible. This is a weird looking building. You have to build it outside, can't be built inside. You can go that way. Yeah, sure. In fact, I'll put you over here closer to all the supplies. You're probably going to need supplies to build stuff. So, done. And what's our maintenance cost looking like? They've got to be something ridiculous at this point. About 6 point... Electronic maintenance, 3.4. 3.1 in gears and about 2.6 in polymers. Actually, it's kind of low, considering how much money we make from the resources. Some of our mines have gone dry, but the mohole mine, that never, ever goes dry. So I think we're good for a while. A wonder we never got around to was Project Morpheus. Basically, it adds a new perk to colonists. Costs some concrete, some iron, and 240 electronics. Don't care. You can just go... It's actually quite small. So, right there? Yeah. Excellent. I don't think it actually is required to be near anything, so I'm just going to cluster all the wonders over here. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them all in one spot. Not at all a tempting target for meteors. So the question is, what does this actually do? It says it gives all the colonists a new trait, and it's probably going to be a good one, is the theory. But what I've done is I've just taken a quick screenshot of this page, and I've taken a quick screenshot of this page. And we're going to compare them before and afterwards and see if it makes a difference, because I think there's a limit to how many traits people can get, so we'll see how powerful this is. And finished. Okay, with our proved understanding, yeah. Traits given in this lifetime, 0. Okay, so it hasn't actually done anything yet. The founder, Yash Mangal, has the idiot trait. Okay, and that means they're going to mess things up occasionally. Probably shouldn't have hired an idiot. Don't worry, we'll get you your own private dome, buddy. Your own private dome. In fact, let's get him his own private... Oh, actually, that might be negative if he was to have an accident right now. You know what, we'll just make him his own private dome and then worry about it later. So, I was thinking, if we have this as for idiots, does that mean the idiot will move in there, even though, well, there's no life support or power or any way to survive? Will they still go there? I mean, they're an idiot, right? Should they? Okay, we've got access to a positronic brain. Does that mean we can start we can start building them over here. Yeah. What the hell was that noise? Nope, never mind. I think we can build up some... I'm going to build up a few drones first because we're a little bit shy here. This RC commander is actually providing most of the work at the moment. We'll get a few extra drones here and then I'm going to start pumping out these biobots. There's 10. That's 10 new people that we can build. We'll probably train the biobots differently to the humans. In fact, we might just turn off breeding for a bit and then... Oh, actually, that's what I should do. Stop these. What I want to do is have 2 separate classes. The humans will do nothing but science. The biobots will do all of the labor. Cannot go wrong, right? Alright, I think I've gotten the hang of what's going on here at the sanatorium. These people aren't actually working here. They're getting cured. There's no actual employees as far as I can tell. We've got Ripley Picard and we've got Nova Martin. And if we just check on their stats, Ripley Picard is lazy, which can get cured there. And Nova Martin is a coward, which can also get cured there. So both of those are going to have those cured at the sanatorium, which is why they're there. And which is why I was kind of curious why there was so many people there at the beginning. But we've changed some of the wind-up, and now the majority of the people are now living in this dome. So this dome has most of the people in it, and that means most of them are working at science. As well as that, I think schools work the same way. The kids just rock up and learn. They don't actually need anyone to be there. Same with the universities. The people who don't have a specialization rock up, We turn them into scientists, and then they migrate back over here, at which point they, do all the sciencey stuff. We've also put in a Hawkins Institute, along with our 3 science labs, to balance out all the sciencey stuff that's going on. There seems to be a balance required between them, but, ooh, wow. Research buildings are generating more now than the outsourcing. That's a first. Excellent. Okay, I'm not producing any biorobots just yet. I'm going to wait until the colonies fill up. What I've done here is I've turned off Births Are Forbidden when full. That means once there's no more space left in these domes, they'll stop, or no more kids will happen. That should, once that's full up, what we'll do is we'll then start getting into biobots to do the manual labor stuff. Who are you? Okay, we got a message up in the top left corner of the screen and said, the bomb? An unbelievable amount of unaccounted funds has suddenly appeared in our accounts but are currently kept frozen. This comes shortly after we received the following cryptic message. Seth requires permission to test the bomb at a safe distance from your Martian colony. These funds should cover inconvenience. Does Seth have permission? What's this? Some kind of joke? Disregard? 2, the colony can use the additional funding. Answer yes. 3, follow the message and identify the sender. Do it now. You know what? Things are going too easy. Okay, the bomb. An enormous blast has been detected, measuring at a mind-boggling 500 megatons of TNT. The blast was very far away. A small Marsquake was detected, but the debris from the blast and the winds of the blast will hit our base very soon, both at the same time. At least the money has been frozen. Hopefully we survive long enough to spend it. Oh. That's not good. I haven't researched the meteor cannon thing, so we can't shoot down meteors. Oh, okay. That's not good. 2 sols? Meteor storm for 2 sols? It's not good. Fractures. Okay. How does that repair? The dome was fractured using oxygen number fractures. 1. Cost of repairs. Okay, get some drones on that immediately. We have resources nearby. Oh, we got a new anomaly. That's actually a good thing. You, go check out this anomalies. Okay, does people want to repair the dome?
Meteor incoming.
Okay, dome repairs are now top priority. Hopefully we stockpiled enough oxygen. Yeah, we'll be fine. Probably dust storms, we can't run the Moxie, so we need to have oxygen tank backup. Fractures. Great. Why is no one repairing that? Okay, done. Repaired. Everything's grand. Everything's fine. Oh. Second anomaly found. This guy's bomb has actually been great. Got a couple of anomalies to work. What? These are just research anomalies, though, aren't they? Yeah, they help with research goals. I was really hoping to get some more of the breakthroughs over here, but... Ow. It's fine. Fine. How is this stuff over here doing?
Anomaly analyzed.
Oh, I may have clustered up my power generators a little bit too close. It'll be fine. Right? Yeah, it'll be grand. Perfectly fine. That Seth guy seemed like a nice fella. Paid us 5 billion and at the same time generated like about 4 anomalies that gave us a whole bunch of research. Got about 5,000 research and change, and they've left behind a whole bunch of nice resources for us. There's metal. Yeah, actually, it's basically just metal. Could have been like a little bit of, what do you call it, polymer would have been nice, but it's fine. It's fine. We've got plenty of metal as it is. One thing I completely blanked on now that we've got a bunch of colonists lying around the place is we can do these missions out here. So let's get started. Project Alpha. New technologies. New technologies to cost 7 people. Sure. Go for it. Turns out we have wooden guy over here going a bit nuts. Satik Lav. Yeah, his sanity keeps dropping down a lot. I think it's because he's working outdoors. We're going to give him a nice little smart complex here, dump him into that, and hopefully that will stop him from going so crazy. Smart complexes improve sanity, it seems. Hopefully he'll move over there, or we can force him to move over there. Home Collective, plus 10 service comfort. We do that in other places. I should really get my hands on that. But yeah, hopefully this will improve his sanity and stop him going so nuts. Though in all fairness, I think I kind of prefer the apartment complexes just for the sheer amount of people you can cram in. And over here we have another dome. This dome is going to be farming, because, well, we've got to produce our own food at some point. I mean, we don't need to. We can import it all. We have just gobsmackingly large amounts of money. And why is our oxygen at -4? Ah, yes, it's because there's a dust storm and it shut off all of the Moxies. That's why I put in all of these storage tanks ages ago just in case, and we even got another storage tank off of our starting location, so that's make sure that even if we do have a long dust storm, we're fine. So I should probably spread those out just in case a meteor shower tries to take them all at once. We can now grow food on Mars. And the first crop we're going to grow, potatoes. It was set to wheat, but nah, it's going to be potatoes the whole way, and that looks like a terrible potato. You guys need to get a better picture of that one. It's just, Yeah, there's also soybeans if you want, but no, it spuds all the way. Soil quality decreased 10%? Wait, what? So this decreases soil quality by using it? Blasphemy, I tell you. It's potatoes. They're amazing. I'll have to probably research something to fix that. We'll worry about that later. We've now got the achievement, You Can't Take the Sky From Me. I didn't even realize that was an achievement, but hey, someone's been watching their Serenity. Wait, Firefly? Wait, was it Firefly was the movie and Serenity was the... you know what? Doesn't make a difference. It's all over now. Long time ago. I've started getting a handle on what we're meant to be doing. Things have been a bit awkward considering we got way too much tech and everything before we even brought in our first colonist. But things are, you got to manage all of these traits to keep them happy. This one's health, this one is sanity, this one is comfort, and this one is morale. Sanity and comfort kind of feed into morale. The more sanity and more comfort they have, the better their morale, and the lower the sanity and comfort, the lower their morale. Now, I'm really generalizing a lot here. Sanity, the worst thing that happens to them is they go outside. Going outside gives them the negative to sanity, unless you research a tech for Martian-borns. Here we are. Martian-born resilience. Martian-born don't take sanity damage when working in out-dome buildings. So what this means is if you want to have people working outside and say, the drone assemblers, which is why the engineers are a little bit wonky, you want to make sure they're Martian-born and you want to get their hands on that tech. I think that tech is lower down in the tech tree normally. It's just we've got KS techs on, so it's made things a little bit interesting. Another thing is to get your hands on smart complexes or smart homes. They give you plus 10 to plus 15 sanity, which counteracts entirely going outside. But I think the plan is you would have smart complexes or smart homes for engineers, or you would get something else to keep their sanity up. It's sort of like they don't have an increase or decrease. They get plus 5 for well-rested, plus 15 for a smart home, but minus 10 for going outside. Otherwise, as far as I can see, there's no real way to get negatives unless you do something like put them working night shifts, give them working heavy loads, like death of colonists type stuff, or maybe, a natural disaster happens. That kind of stuff can all give them negative sanity. But even then, they should only be blips, and the moment they go back into their houses and rest for the night, they'll get plus 5, and after 2 or 3 nights, they'll be back up to 100, which is why most of them are already on 100, like their sanity is all like maxed out. It's just usually the engineers that get hurt the most. Okay, now, morale, the second one here, that one's a little bit different. The only way to really lose morale is to not cater to someone's interests, which is located at the bottom of the down there. Relaxation, shopping, dining, gaming, for example, for this one. So, the spacebar provides relaxation. Shopping comes under grocer. Dining comes under, diner. What was the last one? Gaming. Gaming comes under casino. So if you don't have one of those buildings in your complex, they're going to get annoyed. So what you kind of want to... Oh, and it seems to be linked to your job. So, for example, engineers appear to require shopping and dining, as in all of them. So all engineers want shopping and they want dining, as far as I can tell. However, scientists, a little bit different. Scientists want social and gaming. That's the two main traits they want. They can have other traits, like, for example, this one wants relaxation, but that's a trait they picked up along the way. So social and gaming, social gaming relaxation, 1 second. Here we go. Social and gaming. So this person, also a scientist, social and gaming, and you will never find a scientist that doesn't like socializing and gaming. That's it. So you got to make sure that those two traits are definitely handled in that colony, and then what else they come up with can depend on a lot of things. For example, fit people, they like exercise, so they'll get other traits on top of that. This means you have to have some base things. Like if you make this an entirely science-related thing, you'd want to make sure you take care of all of those, the two main traits that they like. You'd want to make sure you have multiple buildings catering to those services once you start cramming in enough people. And then you'll have a small smattering of the other ones to deal with the people who have got those outlier traits that give them a few other interests. So what I'm thinking is science in the center, education, learning, and flaw correction on this biome. This biome here can be farming, and then we'll do another biome over here for engineering. After that, maybe another biome. Oh, there is a project out here that will require 3 scientists in 12 hours. Go. Send it. Might as well knock those out. We want more breakthroughs because more breakthroughs might give us some better tech. For example, the last one we got was space rehabilitation. Colonists have a 50% chance to lose a flaw on their journey to Mars. That would have been great before we actually brought anyone over. Actually, that's grand. Gene selection doubles the chances that a colonist will have or gain a rare trait. Yeah, we don't care. We really don't because a rare trait is a rare trait. Doubling rare just means it's slightly less rare. Well, twice as less rare. Domes restore sanity to their inhabitants every sol. This one I'm actually kind of interested in, but I kind of want Martian-born adaptability, and I want to get water farming out of the way. If we get moisture farmers, then we can make our own, and hydroscopic vaporators increases their efficiency by 50%. See, right now, water is not sustainable. We will run out eventually. Long time in the future, but metals are covered, rare metals are covered. You can basically turn water into polymers. That means polymers, machine parts are made from iron, which we get out of the mohole mine. Electronics are made from rare metals, which we get out of the mohole mine. So this means all of those things are taken care of once we cure water and make sure that water can just be gotten from power. And for power, we just need, well, lots of Stirling generators. We might put together, in fact, we probably will put together that wonder. Artificial sun. Generates 1,000 power, which is crazy.
Rediscovered.
But the thing is, we could just make 100 Stirling generators that probably take up a smaller footprint and would still generate as much power. True, it would cost a bunch of resources, but we got 46 billion in the bank, so we don't really care. And artificial suns aren't exactly cheap either. That is actually not that big. I thought it'd be bigger. Oh dear God. Superconducting computing breakthrough converts unused power into research points. The ultra-cold environment is... This is... Like, is there a limit to that? Like, if I just make 10,000 power, would that be, like, all turned into research points? According to the wiki, the first 500 unused power converted to 1.5 research. Any power beyond that is converted into 0.375 research. But still, 3 power turns into 1 research once you go beyond 500 point. That's still, for every 3 power, we get 1 research. Yes, that sounds awesome. We could make a lot of power. Like, if we just go all out on the power front, wonder how nuts we could go. Do not go gentle into that good night. Why does that sound bad? Huh. Guy passed away due to old age? Rest in peace.
Research complete.
Yeah, I think some of our colonists were a little bit old when they came in. I didn't even notice that guy needed to retire. Okay, we've created our first positronic colonist. They should go to school, right? Do they? You know what? Let's find out. Well, according to this, they're a biorobot, they're a hippie, and they're Martian-born. So the first biorobot in existence is a Martian-born hippie. You know what? Sounds fine. Workplace Martian University. Very well. Okay, so I see the downsides of them now. Regular humans get to go through schools. And schools can give them enthusiastic, religious survivor. You can put in a few traits here. You get a choice of 5 to choose from. But the biobots go straight to university because they effectively start as adults. Meaning, well, their only options are to get one of these traits. What I have done here is I've put it on automatic because we need a botanist, engineers, and scientists just to fill out the last of the roles. The way it figures out how many you need, for example, we need 6 engineers. That's because there's actually 6 open slots in here. If we were to, say, block off those and make sure it's only 2 per slot, it will go, oh, look, you only need 3 engineers now. So what I've done is I've blocked off all the slots on all of the mines to stop them requesting geologists. We don't want any geologists. We're never going to need any geologists. However, power-wise, I have an idea on how we can generate a lot of power and use some of our reserves of iron. We have far too much iron, and I would like to burn through it. What the hell is this? Flat Mars Society? I'm sure our colonists are reasonable enough not to board the wacky train. 2, people never change. I roll whatever. Yeah, I'm sure everyone's not stupid enough to do this. Yeah, people never change. And you know what? People never change. Muppets. But nope. We're gonna do that next episode. Sorry, I got distracted and now it's gone over an hour somehow. Alright, we've managed to knock out that technology that allows us to turn power into research. Now, we don't have any of it showing up right here, right now, but if we just wait until the power comes on, I thought, what if we just cover this entire area in solar panels? And we've got these new things called triboelectric scrubbers. Now, I don't know what level of the tech tree these are supposed to come at, but I really wish they came a lot earlier. For us, it came all the way at the bottom down here, meaning they cost, I think, 30 or 40,000 science, which meant we were very late getting them. All they do is they clean things. So if this solar panel is in radius of this, it will get cleaned automatically, or automagically, whatever you want to think of it. And this is maintenance cost. So basically, when things get dirty, you have to clean them, and the cleaning costs maintenance money. But if you have it in range of a trioelectric scrubber, it costs nothing to maintain it, unless, say, a dust devil comes through, that kind of stuff, or it gets struck by lightning. So unless something actually physically damages it, they never need any maintenance, making them effectively free. Now, they can't clean themselves, but if you put them in range of one another, they can clean each other. So if you'll notice, every single one of these are all, like, perfectly in the green. None of them are dirty. In fact, we put some down over here. It even scrubs vehicles you leave nearby and drones. So everything over here is also cleaned. Then over here, what I did was, well, so I wanted more power, and I thought we have loads of iron around the place, and solar panels are really cheap and cost iron. So what if we just get this and fill the entire area with solar panels? We'll stick in some batteries as well to tide them over in between. And then we cram in triboelectric scrubbers in radius. So we sort of daisy chain these along. And that means everything in here gets cleaned. No maintenance is really required. And if anything does get damaged, well, these guys in the center have access to a few pallets. Now, I haven't got around to finishing it. But if we check under research now, we should see that excess power is generating 1,322 science. That is awesome. And we haven't finished that. And we don't have to wait for people to be born. We don't have to train them up. We don't have to give them science buildings. We don't have to feed them. All we have to do... A eulogy for a fallen hero. Okay, so another one of our starting colonists. Yeah, thank you, fellow colonists. Damn. Okay, how many people we got now? We have 40 Martian-born and only 19 Earth-born left. We started with, I want to say, 22 Earth-born or 21, and now we've got 40 Martian-born. I'm going to need more housing soon. Also, I need to get those farms up and running. You know what? Never mind. Okay, next up, I'm going to finish this off on the side. I'm just going to fill that out and see how much research that generates. Then I'm going to try a few more ridiculous ways to make power. I was going to use the wind turbines. The problem is, well, they require gears to maintain. But then I thought, well, the triboelectric scrubbers. So what we'll do is probably terraform this entire map to make it as high as possible. Research all the wind tech and then build a field of wind turbines the same size and see how good that is. Just because. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.